Alright guys, if you guys have any questions for her, you guys feel free to ask. We'll ask for anyone that wants to ask something at the end. So if you guys have something in mind, just think about it and save it for the end. So let's kind of give a little bit of background information on yourself. You tell us where you're from, when you graduated, what your major was at UCSD, and kind of a bit about what you do now.
Okay. I'm originally from Livermore, California, 925. And I studied electrical engineering here at UCSD. I graduated in 2002. And
what do you do now?
What do I do now? I'm a software engineer for a defense contractor on the Coronado base.
Is that a job that you got straight from undergrad?
Yeah, I took the summer off after I graduated, and then I started with SAIC, and I worked there for a few years, and then I recently quit, and I've been with Innova for a year now.
And I also understand that you just got married somewhat recently?
Yeah, 4 years. Well, 4 years. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So when you came into AFI, what class was that you pledged, and what year was that?
I pledged IOTA in 1997.
Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, theta, eta, theta, iota. That's 9th class. Okay. So obviously, AFI was kind of different from it is right now. You see that we have a lot of people now. But when you joined, was it this big or was it a little bit smaller?
It was a lot smaller. When I pledged, actually, my roommate and I just heard about it like on the chalkboards or something, went to info night, and there were only a few people there. When we pledged, the fraternity was maybe like a dozen people that were active, and our pledge class was more than double the current fraternity. So, and the composite that you see, actually, if you want to pass that stuff around too, I have 3 old composites, and I have an album you can pass around and just kind of look at pictures. In the first composite, you can see the one from 1997. There's only 10 people that were in the fraternity from previous classes, and then there are 19 people from the IOTA class and 17 from the Kappa class. So the fraternity grew a lot in the first year. And at one point, we were up to almost 200 people, like by 2000 or whatever. So, you know, we never stayed that big. We had a lot of retention problems and stuff, but we had pledge classes of like 60 people or more. And it just kind of blew up in the years that I was there. So it was a lot different when I started, much smaller.
And when you first entered, did you guys already have the family system established, or was that something that got created kind of later on?
No, that was created. Jacob Rosenberg was the VP membership when I was president, and it was basically his idea. The fraternity was really big back then, and it was just kind of a way to break down the fraternity into like more manageable group sizes, because you couldn't get to know that many people, right? I mean, just with the sea of faces that you didn't know. And since we were pledging like 60 people every time, it was just too many people to get to know. So he kind of came up with the families as a way to break it down. Break it up into a group that you could kind of get to know these people a little bit better and feel more connected to a smaller group of people in the fraternity.
And when people were broken up into these families, were they kind of put in there because they fit a certain description, or was it just kind of basically just because that's the numbers you want?
Yeah, well, in the very beginning, Jacob created families kind of along the SIB lines, so he would kind of track your family tree and see whoever, how everyone fit together through their SIBs, and he broke them up into the families that way so that your SIBs would be in the same family as you were. And there were a couple of lines that were too small that just kind of got mushed together in one of the families. And it was just broken down so that all the families would be about the same size. But then after that, it was just totally randomly assigned. Your SIB was just random, and then you would be in the family based on who your big SIB was.
And so with these families too, so you would say that there aren't any like stereotypes that go along to generalize.
No, it was totally random. I mean, the purpose was just to be able to get to know more people, have a connection to a few more people, but yeah.
People didn't feel like exclusive, right? They didn't feel like they could only talk to that certain family, right? They're free to talk to anyone.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, the purpose was to meet more people in the fraternity, not to be more exclusive, right? And not to meet less people in the fraternity. So we had competitions, and it was just like a friendly, fun thing. So yeah, it was just to get to know your family, but also you were expected to mingle with everybody, get to know as many people as you could.
And also with you saw like how many positions we have nowadays. Is that kind of like how you guys had it too? Obviously you guys didn't have 20 people back then.
Yeah.
So what kind of positions do you guys have?
Yeah, you can see in the very first composite that we had the president and then the 5 vice presidents, sergeant at arms, and that might have been it in the very beginning. So one thing, as the fraternity grew so much, we created the extra officer positions as a way to have help in planning everything, because one service person can't plan enough projects for 200 people to get enough hours for the whole semester, or quarter, I should say. So we created all the secretary positions. It was also a way for more people to get involved in the leadership of the fraternity, right, and start to be just more involved if you wanted to be. And so we created a couple of extra things, like for pledging, pledge trainer, and the old man and old woman started when I was there.
So who took care of the pledging then before the PT and board?
Membership, VP membership.
So we took care of both the actors and the pledge staff?
Yeah, but like I said, we had such big pledge classes that we sort of started needing help and just brought in, extra people to help out.
And also at the same time, you guys created committees just because of the size of the...
Yeah, once we had the secretary positions, then we just started having committee meetings for those officers, and then anyone else who wanted to be involved and help out.
Were there other traditions that came about during your time in AFIO?
Yeah, we had a lot of traditions. Someone started the AFIO night because it was just a group of people that really liked to go to Baja Cali, so they just started going every time, and it just became a tradition that we would go there. The Sylvester was started, that was Julie Johnson was the VP admin, and she came up with the suggestion box thing, and she actually decorated a whole shoebox and put a cat face on it and stuff, and I have no idea why she did that, but it just was named, Sylvester the Suggester. So we have Leonardo. That actually started before I was there. It was already in existence, and
you know the story behind that, a little bit about that?
All I know about the Leonardo is that somebody in the fraternity found the Leonardo at a service project and just turned it into the service award for that day or whatever, and just started adding things and passing it along, so it just kind of kept going from there.
So another tradition I know that you're kind of familiar with is losing the gavel, because as president, I kind of lost the gavel a few times, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us a few things about me and what you have to do?
Really, just silly stuff. At the meeting one time I had to stand up on the table and sing I'm a Little Teapot. I had to do the worm one time. And I had to do a cheer, I had to make up an AFIO cheer and do the moves and,
So you got pretty used to them?
Yeah, no, they were just silly stuff. So, but we would always get it back. I think that same day, at the end of the meeting, they would come up with something, and then I would.
You have to do it right then and there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like some elaborate thing for you to do, and then you come back later to do it.
Oh no, it was the same day.
Do you guys have any questions for?
What family were you in?
Omega.
Anything else? Okay. So before I let you go, I kind of wanted to try a little something with you. You've seen the TV show Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, right?
Yeah.
So not that. Okay. I want to see if you played something called Are You Smarter Than an Undergrad.
Okay.
So I was wondering, since you said you're an electrical engineering major,
Yeah.
right? So this actually goes for anyone. You don't have to be electrical engineering majors to do this, but does anyone want to compete with her? Any questions?
Little, Harris, electrical engineer.
Actually, Alyssa, since you're up next.
Come on, she's an Omega.
All right, so first of all, Alyssa, what's your major?
Psychology.
And how many electrical engineering classes have you taken?
0.
Okay, and how many electrical engineering classes have you taken?
Maybe 10 or 12.
10 or 12. Okay. Sorry, this is getting slaughtered. Alright, so I'll ask you guys each question, and we'll see who gets the most right. So you guys have only 5 seconds to answer these questions. We'll keep these quick. Okay, so let's start with you, Kate. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using gallium arsenide for process construction?
What?
Alright, we'll move on. Alright, let's try this.
Okay.
Okay. What does EE stand for?
Electrical engineer.
That is correct. You ready, Kate?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2. Compare and contrast the behavior of inductors and resistors in alternating current circuits versus DC circuits.
What's an inductor?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Alright, let's question number 2. Which is bigger, AAA batteries or D batteries? That's correct. Final question. Okay. Kate, please list every way electricity is used. Every way.
To power your toaster.
I'm sorry, that's not enough. Alright, Alyssa. You ready?
Yes.
Say electricity.
Electricity.
Alright, you got it! I think Daryl and Wes come up with these questions. And up next is, thanks for coming by, Kate. You guys,